The woman barely touched the ladder and almost fell off. Looking down at the bottomless drop beneath her, she couldn't bring herself to climb any higher, but her friend at the top called her a coward. She became determined to climb to the top of the 3,000-meter-tall abandoned signal tower. What she didn't know was that the screws on the ladder were already loose. Every step she took could have been her last. After 2 full hours, the two of them finally reached a small platform halfway up the tower. But that wasn't the final goal. The top of the tower was. Seeing the exposed ladder with no safety measures, the woman felt terrified. Her legs went weak, and her hands began to sweat. One wrong move and she could fall. Her friend kept urging her to move, so the woman forced herself to go on. She first tested the ladder to make sure it was stable, then carefully followed. Step by step, she climbed while trying to stay calm. But her friend suddenly shook the ladder to scare her. The woman nearly lost it. What should have taken only a few minutes took her half an hour to climb. Just as she was running out of strength, her friend tried to pull her up, but the ladder swayed again, nearly causing a disaster. Thankfully, the safety rope held her steady, and with her friend's help, she finally reached the top. Standing high above the ground, the woman felt like the whole world was under her feet. All her fear faded away. But when they finished taking photos and were ready to climb down, they realized it was even harder going back. The woman began to slowly climb down while her friend held the rope from above. After just a few steps, something went wrong. Her friend grabbed the tower top just in time to keep the woman from falling. Quickly, she wrapped the rope around the tower and used all her strength to pull her up. The space was too narrow to move freely. She almost slipped, but her fast reaction saved them. The woman also did her best to climb back up. At last, she reached the top again. Just as she caught her breath, she looked down and saw the ladder had fallen. They now had no way to get down. The woman pulled out her phone to call for help, but at 3,000 meters high, there was no signal. Panic set in. Without rescue, they would die up there. Luckily, the woman saw that their backpack had gotten stuck on the side of the transmitter. It hadn't fallen. But without the ladder, they couldn't reach it. Her friend came up with an idea. Maybe they could find a signal lower down. She tied the phone to a rope and sent a message for help. They lowered the phone down, hoping it would pick up a signal and send the message automatically. But there was no response. To get closer to the signal, her friend took a risk. She climbed down to the last meter of ladder, grabbed it with one hand, and stretched the phone downward with the other. Soon, her arm gave out, and she had to give up and climb back to the top. Would the two of them survive in the end? That remained to be seen.